to Alton Golf Club in Hampshire. We're here on a beautiful day. Today in this video we're going to look at wrist angles in the golf swing and how you can hit, in particular, more solid, more penetrating and longer iron shots. So if you're a player who tends to hit the ball maybe a little high, a little short with your irons in particular, or you are very much a fade type of player, this move could really help you. And it's based on something that's becoming a little bit more prevalent in professional golf this year. When you look at some of the best players in the world, certainly Jordan Spieth and in particular Dustin Johnson would both fit into this mould of player, and that is to do with the wrist position at the top of the backswing. Now there are three areas for that wrist to be in, that lead wrist. It can be in a state where it is tilted upwards, so if you like, what I would always term a cupped position versus neutral, flat, versus slightly bowed in that position. So when you look at Jordan Spieth and in particular Dustin Johnson, you'll find they both fit into very much this mould of player. That's the wrist position you would see at the top of the backswing. And for many, many years it's always been considered, to be honest, a bad thing to do. But I think if you're a player who struggles, as I say, with weak iron shots, they go too high, they don't go far enough, or you tend to hit the ball with too much curve on it, particularly fade, this is a move, this is a position which, if you emulate some of what those players do, could really help you. So why does it help? Well, first of all, when we bow that wrist, we tend to de-loft the club. So by bowing the wrist, the club will tend to arrive at the golf ball with a little less loft on it, and that's good for sending the ball forwards rather than straight up. So a little bit less loft at impact can really help. Secondly, to hit solid iron shots, it's a known fact that the best iron shots come where the handle is slightly in front of the club head, and if that wrist is very shallow or cupped through impact, then the club head overtakes the handle. We do the opposite to what we just described. We add loft and we lose distance. So certainly has benefits in terms of more power and a slightly lower ball flight. How do we then go about feeling that? How do we create that in our golf swings? Well, here's a couple of ways that I think that you can do it. Real simple little drills that you can practice. Number one, it's very simply just take your lead hand, the one with the glove on it, and as you mimic a takeaway, just feel like you're turning your knuckles down to the ground. So as you make a turn, the knuckles turn down to the floor, and that creates this bowed state in the wrist, which you can then carry to the top of the backswing. When we do it with the club, it's almost as if you're holding out a motorbike handle. We call it the Motorbike Drill is its name, and it's as if you're twisting a handle there. So as we take the grip on the club, we're simply turning the knuckles down. And you'll see the club face now points down towards the ground a little bit more. There's less loft apparent on the club face, and if we return that relationship to impact, you'll see the handles forward, we deliver less loft. The second way that you can really feel this, and I think this can be particularly effective, is to use your putter, believe it or not. The putter's great because it has a flat front on the grip, and if you grip the club so that that flat part of the grip is not on top but just twisted slightly to the left towards the target, so that the flat part fits in the palm of your hand as you grip it, all you then simply do, the toe of the club is now forwards, the putter face looks very closed, but all you would do now is make a backswing and try to keep at the top of the backswing that flat part of the club, of the grip, looking at the sky. Don't let it get turned down towards the ground. So we go, that grip slightly turned forwards, and we get the flat part of the grip where it says Scotty Cameron on the front here. We're looking for that to point straight up or as much up to the sky as we can, and that creates a much flatter, more bowed wrist position. So try a couple of backswings with your putter, rehearse it. I've got a 7-iron here, rehearse it a couple of times, and then go ahead and try one. And I'll tell you what, straight away that feels really solid and really strong through the ball. So wrist angles, critical part at delivering more power and a better ball flight with the iron.